Thank you so much for watching After Hours with Alex Stein on Real America's Voice. Now, we got our correspondent, Ryley. He's a man on the street right now, and he's about to head to an anti-ICE protest. So, Ryley, I want you to be safe, but let's just go get a minute or two, and let's go talk to them and tell them how retarded they are for protesting against ICE.
We got the trans people right here. I set up right next to them. They're right over here. So I'll go ahead and check them out.
Are you worried about them? Are they going to steal your stuff? Do you have any expensive stuff? I don't want them to steal your microphones and everything.
I have trackers, only cameras built in. They're wonderful cameras.
I like that. Ryley, you're a smart young man. Okay, so you got to be very careful.
Off-campus person?
Yeah, I'm an off-campus person.
You just wanted to set up table?
Yeah, just wanted to set up
Yes.
table.
Yes. Why do you think that's so crazy, ma'am? Why do you want to come up to a random person and ask about a table? You're the freak, ma'am. The pimp on a blimp.
Because I was talking to him.
Let's see. Oh, this is the anti-ICE libtards.
Yes. The anti-ICE people. Guys, what do we have going on here today? They're teaching.
What are they doing?
Wait, what?
What are y'all doing? Are y'all having a memorial for Alex Preddy? What's going on? And why is that Latina woman so disgruntled?
And you're disturbing the teacher right now.
What's a teacher? Are they just reading?
What is a teach-in? That sounds retarded, man.
Moment of silence for Charlie Kirk.
Ah! Well, we want to be quiet for Charlie, but oh, look at that person being violent! The fat woman's being violent! Look at her, dodge her! It's like Pac-Man. Don't let her hit you, Ryley.
Ma'am, I'm being attacked.
No, you're not.
I'm being followed. Well, you just touched me. Isn't that assault?
No.
That woman is horny, Ryley. Get away from her. She's going to try to eat you like a chocolate. She's going to eat you like a candy bar.
I may be following you, but that's not illegal. But that's not
No gorditas allowed. Ryley,
I didn't mean to talk
always
to
tell
them. I'll ask them what's happening. Awesome. Thank you, officers.
Look at that. That's good. Great response time. Ryley, and she attacked you. She came at you like a bull, and you did a great job avoiding that. Yeah, she really did. So these people are triggered. Why are they so triggered? Why can't they just laugh?
But you got our point. We're not trying to kick you out or anything like that, right? Just you have your own spot.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like if there's people, exercising the freedom of speech and one person attacks the other, it's not the fault of the person who was exercising the freedom of speech, although it may have made them mad. It's the fault of the person who committed the assault and somewhat battery. And I'm not going to press charges because it wasn't anything major, but she did touch me. And where do you draw the line on somebody touching you, right? Like, where do we draw that line? When does that become illegal and not illegal? So that's the thing. I'm just exercising my freedom of speech. I asked them what they're doing. I didn't get even close to anybody. I was like a few feet away from each person, just asking them what's going on. And I said, wait, is this a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk? Just trying to learn what's going on here. And it might be a moment of silence for deported Mexicans.
Oh, well, they got to go, except for the big booty Latinas. But, Ryley, you need to explain to the cops that people learn more from these videos than they learn in those classrooms being indoctrinated by mentally ill teachers that are on a bunch of SSRIs. They're on a bunch of antidepressants. They're on a bunch of Adderall. They're on a bunch of kind of barbiturates to mix it up and so they can get some sort of high from it. So, officer, they're actually learning way more from this show right now than from any class on that entire campus. And I'm not saying that, hyperbolically. I mean that.
Yeah. Yep. I think he walked away. He's on the phone call now. But
ask him about Somali fraud. Are they okay with Somali daycare centers doing fraud in America? Are they pro-Somali daycare centers?
Yeah. Do you guys like quality luring centers? Quality luring centers? What do we think about this, Alex? Like, is this a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk, or is this a moment of silence for, like, Mexicans? I don't exactly know. But, Alex, just like you said at Union Station, transgenders are violence, and we just saw that today. We just saw that right now, 2 minutes ago.
Right now.
So
I know. Well, here, Ryley, walk back to your table. I don't want you to get arrested because I only talked to you for a couple more minutes. I know you're a busy man, and thank you so much for making time. Now, Ryley, before you go, shout out your Instagram. It is blowing up. I predict that you'll be over 100,000 followers in the next 4 months, is what I would guess. And I mean that. I'm actually trying to be fair.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah. With the help of you. So, the Instagram is going to be RYLEY.NIEMI. Ryley.Niemi. So there's first and last name, just a dot in the middle. And I do these campus debates all the time. I'm not afraid of discussing certain topics. A lot of people want to show up to a campus and talk about taxes or something. I'm willing to talk about the real things that affect our culture, such as, people committing lots of crime and whatnot. We know what we're talking about there. And transgenderism and abortion, the things that actually destroy America. So follow me on Instagram. It's my main platform, and Facebook. It's just my first and last name. And yeah, thank you for having me on, Alex. And
Ryley, before you go though, Ryley, I'm going to be in California. You and I are going to do some of these public debates. Now, have people been mentioning Charlie at all? Charlie Kirk, obviously, have they been mentioning him at these debates?
We're actually just having a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk, and I think since I disrupted it, the transgender, the pink one, got really mad at me. So it's really great to see that we have transgenders in support of Charlie Kirk, and I feel bad for interrupting the moment of silence.
Wait, are you being serious? Or are you kidding? Did they really say that they were being quiet for Charlie? You're roasting me.
No,
right
I
now.
was
You're
asking him.
trolling me.
I was asking them if they're being quiet for Charlie, and that seemed to have enraged her. But this is why I don't schedule events, because imagine if she knew ahead of time. Right? Imagine if she knew ahead of time. She would go get her dad's gun or something and show up, right? So that's why I don't mention these things ahead of time. And if you come out here in California, we can figure out what you want the most, if you want to mention it ahead of time or not. But you're still going to get. I am.
Oh, okay, I just couldn't talk.
Wait, who is this?
This is Alex Stein right here. This is Alex
The pimp
Stein.
on a blimp. How can we help you, ma'am? How can we help you?
Oh, yeah. My table
I
says
just
that.
had to read what's happening.
Yeah, trans women are men, and also transgenders are violent. My other sign says that abortion is murder. So, yeah.
I'm not trying to argue with you. I just have a question.
Yeah.
Are you discussing women and men as gender-based or biology-based?
Well, both. So, I mean, gender or biology mix?
They're different.
Okay, so doesn't somebody's sex affect their gender? Like my testicles, my balls.
Scientifically, if you look up the definition of gender, it's a social construct that is not determined by biological sex.
Ask her how many vaccines she has, Ryley. How many vaccines are you on, ma'am?
Okay, yeah, probably a lot. But here's the thing. My balls of steel, right, which weigh about 14 pounds, my balls of steel produce a lot of testosterone, which affect my mental capability.
Sorry, but you didn't really respond to what I'm saying.
I'm saying biological sex affects my gender. Biological sex,
but
my
by
testicles.
definition, it doesn't. Gender is defined.
By
as a
whose
social
definition?
construct.
By whose definition?
Merriam-Webster.
Merriam-Webster.
Right.
I would love to see that.
Okay.
But also,
I will show you that it's defined as a social construct.
let me ask you, if we're talking about gender and sex and all these things.
Not trying to respond to your questions. I wanted to
Ask her if a boy can have a baby. Can a boy have a baby, ma'am?
I'm just curious, what is a woman? Like just a real basic thing. Just to get a quick
I'm not
baseline.
here to answer your questions. I came up to have a conversation about what I wanted to know because
And so what was your question?
My question was, how are you differentiating gender and sex? And if
I'm
you're
not.
linking them?
I am.
Okay, but I can
Anonymous.
prove that
I am
that's
linking them.
not.
Prove
I
that
can
that's
just
not the
show
case.
you the definition of
Hey
it.
guys, can men get periods? Can men have a baby?
He can. He's the only man I know.
Well, I think that woman, if she won't admit that a man can't have a baby, I mean, the argument is over. She lost. I mean, yeah, a guy can put on a dress, but that doesn't make him a woman. So her logic that gender is on a spectrum, it's not. Ethnicity can be a spectrum. A guy can be half white and half black, but you can't be half boy and half girl. That's not how it works. So I don't understand when they say that, our biological sexes can be on a spectrum.
Okay, so-
to me, that's
Gender refers
insane.
to the characteristics of women, men, girls, and boys that are socially constructed. This includes norms, behaviors, and roles associated with
so
being a woman,
You said,
man, a
yeah,
girl.
what is a woman?
boy.
Like, I'm trying to figure this out. What is a woman?
I'm just responding to what I said. You asked me a question.
You're responding to yourself.
That's all
That's
No,
not very logical.
You asked me to pull up the definition, so I did so.
Yes, because
Okay, so
you're
the
saying that gender
definition-
and sex are
The
different.
point, but you're. This isn't fair. My point was something else, and you're changing it to something else.
What's your point?
My point was that gender and sex aren't linked. I just proved that to you by showing you the definition of gender
Show me the
is
definition.
a social
of gender.
construct. So what do you have to say to that?
Gender
The
and
definition
sex,
is
they
saying-
are linked, ma'am. They are linked. Because if a guy does
you're good,
feminine
you're
gender
good.
roles, it doesn't make him a woman. If a guy takes his kids to school and does all the mom roles,
Okay, so
it doesn't make him the mom.
Saying something that.
Right, I can't hear
Okay,
you.
but if I pull up a definition of something and I say, what is a man in context of the Constitution?
So you keep
it
changing
is
the
'cause-
context of our
No,
conversation.
I'm trying to give you an
Can you
analogy.
respond
I'm
to
trying
my
to give you an
question
analogy.
really quickly?
I'm trying to give you an
You
analogy.
asked me to pull up the definition.
Yes.
I pulled up to the definition. I
Yes.
would like you to respond to the
Well,
definition.
I would like to learn
pulled up.
more about this definition. In the
Okay.
definition, you said man, woman, boy, girl. I'm saying, what is a woman? Can you tell me what a woman is? You're a woman, right?
Fallacies. It's not really fair. I mean,
Do
listen.
you have a logical fallacy? You're going off the definition.
No, you're
not
not even listening to me.
Okay.
I was on debate. I've been on the debate team for my whole life. You're doing so many logical fallacies. You're asking me a point.
Yes.
And then I answer, and then
The definition.
change the point. You're not
So
responding
your point,
to my
your
point.
point is that sex and gender,
My point, and you
You
haven't
proved it. By a
responded
definition?
one time.
you by a definition,
I-
you proved it.
Because my point was that
Sex-
the
okay.
definition of gender
So let me
is a
give you a
social
response to that.
And then that's
Let
what
me
I
give you a
believe.
response to that.
What do you say to
What's
the
that thing?
definition of gender being a social construct? What do you say to that?
You can say words, but they're bull. Your words are bull.
And you say nothing intellectual.
I want to respond.
I wish.
Okay,
I
my
wish
response
you had
here-
actually been in
My-
debate.
my
'cause you
response
know
here-
How many logical fallacies you've committed in
My-
just 2 minutes?
My response
You
is
can
that
get somebody more
my
intellectual to
testicles,
represent your side.
my
You could have paid them
testicles,
to represent what you're
my
saying.
testicles,
You're doing it so unintellectually that
Yep.
you're not doing enough for your side.
bro.
Yeah, that woman
Let me
doesn't have any
respond.
viewers. She
Let me
doesn't get
respond.
millions of hits on the internet. She has no idea what she's talking about. She's a vaccine injured young gordita. So we'll just have a little empathy for her. But Ryley, you are dominating. You are the man. I will be out in California soon. You and I are going to go. We're going to rile up the libs. They're going to be sick when they see us coming with that table and those camera phones. They're going
Bro,
to
I'm
be
not gonna lie. I was
puking.
kind of getting a little bit sick too when I saw you dance in your underwear for money.
Oh, do not say anything. We didn't win anything. We didn't do anything. Do not, and don't say that. Now you're being too vague. It sounds very weird. Now you say dance in my underwear for money.
I never
So we're
said
just
what
going to
it's
leave it
for.
at that.
I didn't say what
For
it's
what it's
for,
worth.
but the audience will know eventually what I'm referencing, and it's nothing gay or anything. It's
Well, that's a little gay. It was a little gay, Ryley. It was a little gay. All right, guys. Thank you, Ryley, so much. Coming up next, we're going to dive deep into AOC and her blunder on the world stage trying to answer a simple question. You don't want to miss it because my favorite big booty Latina coming up next.